Please hang up and try again.
Hey, what's up everyone? Louis Tran here, and welcome to one of my random vlogs, which I do from time to time. Now, I just finished wrapping up my Surface Book 2016 with performance base review. Was putting the final touches on the video together right here on the MacBook Pro. This is actually the 2016 MacBook Pro, which I will be reviewing next. And what's funny is that, the Surface Book review was my first video since the iPhone 7 review that I posted like about a month ago. Now, the reason why it took a month to post another video was because, one, I've been very busy, and second of all, my my little man cave home office has been taken over by my in-laws. So if you could see, they still have all their luggage and stuff all around, and my place is really not big enough actually for 4 people and a cat. It's more more built for 2 people and a cat. So space has been really scarce in this place lately. Usually my alternative place in filming videos is downstairs either in the kitchen or in the living room, but mainly I work up here, and in both spaces, with all 4 people around, are usually occupied. So no real time to do any reviews, no real time to do any editing and working on products and stuff. And plus, I got to entertain guests as well as work on top of that. But let me give you a little quick tour of what I used to do video reviews on products right on this desk. So let's get right into it. So right on this desk, my main editing computer is a 15-inch MacBook Pro with touch bar. As I said, I will be reviewing this, but if you want some of my really quick first impressions so far, I'll give it to you right now. It's been pretty frustrating to use, to tell you the truth. Not because of the lack of standard USB ports, or that I have to use a dongle for just about almost all my USB devices. I'm actually all for going USB-C because it's a really versatile connector that you could use to connect to your HDMI display, to other hard drives, and to quick charge USB-C devices. Now, also another thing, what I like about it is that I could use I could charge this off any battery pack or off any USB wall adapter. So again, the versatility. But what really frustrates me about this thing is not just the weak ass battery life, and not because of the so far useless gimmicky touch bar, which people call the gimmick bar. But what frustrates me about this thing is this stupid trackpad, this oversized trackpad. Now, I don't know what Apple was thinking, or some of the designers thought that it was a good idea at first, but it's actually a pain in the ass to use, because what I like to do is I like to set the trackpad to right click at the bottom right hand corner. I've always done this ever since I think my first MacBook Pro in 2008 came out. Or ever since you can have this setting right here where you could select the secondary click at the bottom right hand corner. So I like right clicking right over here. But since this thing is just so big that it accidentally right clicks consistently. What I'm talking about is, when you're scrolling around, moving around the trackpad, obviously your hand will, of course, touch that bottom corner right here, and then when I want to just want to do a regular click, a left click, it pulls this up. This bullshit happens all the time. It just keeps pulling up. It's almost unavoidable because the trackpad is so big, and I've never had this problem on any of my previous MacBooks. So just to show you once again, like I'm just using it, blah 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 blah, and then like I'm scrolling around, and when I want to click something, boom, it right clicks again. So the only way I can do a regular left click is I gotta change the way I position my hand on this thing, and then click like this. Otherwise, I can't rest my hand like this and then click, because it's going to freaking right click. Let me show you how I do it. Yep, there it is again. It's so freaking stupid. But anyway, so next up, the main camera that I use, this little workhorse right here, this Sony RX100 Mark III has been the main camera on almost all of my videos. And I've used this on just about all my reviews because it's so small, so easy to handle, and really versatile. This thing has taken a beating over the years that I've owned this. It's gone through the beach, it's been hit by sand, it's been dropped into the sand at the beach, been hit by water, the waves, and it's still going. It still works pretty good. Now I'm just gonna keep using this until it dies, and then maybe I'll upgrade to the Sony RX100 Mark V, you know, with 4K video capabilities. Now my other camera that I use to take photos with is this right here, the Sony A6300. This has the 35mm lens on it. It takes amazing photos. 1.8 by 35 millimeters. Again, it takes really amazing photos, great bokeh effect, and also it takes video in 4K, which I haven't really gotten too much into, which I probably should be getting into soon, should be starting soon. And to record my voiceovers, I use this Zoom H1. You know, it's really portable, takes a single AA battery, but then I realized that this is just so sensitive to tapping, or if you speak too loud onto this thing, the sounds gets distorted, so you got to use this from a distance. That's why, like on my Surface Book review, that there was a lot of popping and a lot of inconsistency in doing the sound recording. Now, one of my 240 subscribers on YouTube have asked me, like, what's my method in putting videos together? Well, you know, in the beginning, there was really no method at all, and then that's why my videos were so crappy in the beginning. And then I learned, picking up habits from other YouTubers, of how to get more organized in putting videos together. Now that's, I think the key thing is just finding a method and finding a way to get yourself organized in putting these videos together. You know, how I started before videos was I did written journalism. I was a freelance journalist doing articles, which mainly all written, and you know, it was really hard for me to transition over to video. So what I found was most effective was that I would write down in bullet points what I would want to talk about first, and then get my thoughts organized, you know, just as if I was putting together an article. Instead of writing paragraphs and full sentences, I would just bullet point. So that way it would be easier to, one, stay on point, to refrain from rambling like I'm doing right now, and you know, it just comes out a lot smoother when I talk, you know. So also I learned to utilize the voiceovers instead of just talking in front of a camera, where I obviously get lost in my thoughts and then I just start mumbling, bumbling, stumbling. That's why my early videos were so shitty. So yeah, you know, take advantage of using another voice recorder. What I used to use sometimes was, one, the built-in microphone on this webcam right here, and then the second thing that I switched over to was the built-in mic of the iPhone. And then later I just transitioned over to getting a dedicated H1 recorder. But you know, for anyone just starting out, you know, I think using what you have, you know, for most people, they just have their smartphone, and then I think this is a really great tool to just even go full time to do YouTube, until you know, you learn how to put your videos together much better, learn how to script your dialogue, your voiceovers, and all of that. So you know, no shame in just using this thing right here as your main vlogging or your main video camera to do YouTube videos. And again, the main software that I use to put my videos together, well, I started with iMovie at first, and then somebody recommended me to use Final Cut Pro, there's just a lot more things you can do in Final Cut Pro than iMovie, but you know, some people don't have the budget. Final Cut Pro is quite a bit expensive, $299 for the software. If you're just if all you could afford is iMovie, you know, iMovie is a great tool in putting videos together for YouTube. Oh God, someone's calling me. Hold on one second. Let me take this call. Now, once you organize all your videos, do your voiceover work and some music tracks, some B-rolls in your videos, put it together using either iMovie or Final Cut Pro, whatever that you use is fine. Once that's done, you just upload to YouTube. Now, you know, that's my way of doing it. You know, you could actually go onto the YouTube website, and then there's a bunch of resources for content creators out there. You know, just you don't have to take my advice. I mean, come on, I only have 240 subscribers, and I just barely started doing YouTube videos. So again, lots of other resources out there. That's all I got in regards to YouTube. Anyway, so I'm gonna be off work for the next few days, so I'm gonna have some time to work on this MacBook Pro video. So anyway, other than that, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.